Hello, and welcome to all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Aries suns of big Aries placements or cross watchers for Aries. I would like to wish a very happy birthday to all of my April Aries out there and my March Aries. We're going to be looking at the month of April 2025. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use the oracle cards to pull your overarching themes for the month ahead. I will then use the tarot to clarify, get further details and messages. So let's get into it. Excuse my burp. Was it the bottom before? I'm feeling that. We have a message of control with the zombie here. It's at the bottom right now. An eternal love. You can't control love. Some of you guys, you're saying this to somebody else. This says love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Okay. Daisies might be significant here. But there is a situation. We are in the heart of retrograde season, so still applies to all of us. This might be a previous love situation, but there is a soul bonded partnership. Does not have to be romantic, right? This is somebody who you guys are, whatever it looks like, whether in the 3D, whatever kind of trappings of a relationship you have, you guys, your souls are pals. Like, you guys just like each other. You're kindred spirits. This person makes you laugh. This person is ridiculous, I'm hearing. This person thinks you're ridiculous. Like, you guys just get each other. At the end of the day, you will always be connected. Some of you, you have a deep soul family root. It's very intense, very pronounced is a word I'm getting. Some of you have tried to control this relationship. For others, this other individual has tried to control the timing and the pace. And the lessons that you both have been working on, albeit most likely differently, are that you cannot control love. Love has to be a thing that is freely given. Love has to be a thing that we say yes to, right? It can't be forced on us. We get to accept it or not, and we are left with the results of our choice. Love exists no matter how we interact with it. This is a very unique spiritual love because it is, I want to say it's not contained, but it's not contained in a label. It's not contained in a time. It has existed outside of time for a very long time. You guys have been different types of relationships to each other in different lifetimes. I feel like you've been with this person romantically in several lifetimes, and that's very strong, but you've also been you've been family with them in other lifetimes. You guys have been best buds. Some of you, it's like you were both like spiritual, I don't say servants, but like you could have both been nuns, you could have both been monks, you could have both been missionaries together. There's something kind of like that. You had the same spiritual calling that like you both lived your lives by that. It's making me think of The Good Place with Jason and like and the monk buddy they got for him. But you and this person have a bond that is not going to be controlled. Not by you, not by them, not by how close you guys are physically, not by what you call each other, not by what you tell other people it is, what other people say it is. Like, there's truly no label on this. There's no time limit on this. This is a love that does not expire. And it's one that you can't, I was gonna say it makes no sense to push away because it's just there. But that's the whole point. You can't push it away and you can't clutch it near. It exists outside of your control. It is truly timeless. Whew. So this is, there's something I'm gonna do with this. All right. What do we got? Forgiveness. This one keeps coming out, but the F word. You guys are trying to forgive each other, but you're also mad at each other. We have at the bottom, we have dawn with the light after the darkness. We have an owl here in case that's significant. There is an opportunity. You and this person are both really stubborn, I feel like. And I feel like both of you, I'm seeing the Spider-Man meme of you guys pointing to each other. You both think it's the other person. There is an opportunity for a new day to dawn here, but one or both of you needs to say yes to it. Somebody is going to reach out. If you have been stubbornly not communicating, you don't have to communicate, but this is your opportunity. If you have been wanting to reach out to them. Don't wait on them to do it. That's kind of the vibe. We have the spider here with community and web weaving. So this could be a friend. This is somebody who's in your community. This is somebody who I think would be a good asset to your community. And there's more of the owl. Okay, wise seeing, wise action. This person would be a good asset because they're a big picture thinker is what I'm getting. They're a good visionary. So whatever you're trying to create in your life, I feel like they could help you. For some, it's going to be vice versa because tarot can resonate both ways. But there is an opportunity for a new day to dawn here if one or both of you say yes, right? Forgiveness is a lot more than I'm hearing that this energy of forgiveness is not a tit for tat. So you can't force elements of forgiveness, right? You feel the way you feel until you don't anymore. And I get that. But it's not a tit for tat in the sense that like somebody might not apologize the way that you want them to, but they could still mean it. There's like, that's not quite how I mean it. What is it that I'm trying to say? Like, let's say somebody goes to apologize and then you like immediately jump on whatever they say. If they're like, oh, I'm sorry I said that, I'd be like, well, yeah, of course. Like those, because it was a stupid thing to say. I know you're hurt, but is that going to help in that moment? Is that effective? There's kind of that vibe here. I don't know if we got an Aries and a Taurus mix, or if we have 2 fire signs, or like Aries and a fixed sign. There's some stubbornness going on here. Aries and Capricorn could be another one. But let's see. There's something here of like, you can try to control how this happens if you want to, but the love that you feel is always going to be here. So your relationship to it will change. But that means you have direct control over the type of relationship you have. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Let's see what we have. We have death. The eternal cycle begins here. This is what I mean. You guys could have synastry with your 8th houses. Some of you, it's like there's a Scorpio kind of, there's like a Aries Scorpio mix here, but let's see what else we have. The 4 of Wands. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut your hot little mouths. The Hanged Man. Okay. And the Page of Wands reverse. Aries. Okay. Pisces as well with the Hanged Man. I have another card here, but I'm going to look at it in a moment. There is an opportunity for a new chapter with this person. I feel both of you are looking at this connection differently. You might kind of like see a lot of signs of each other. You might kind of feel each other's energy all the time. We have even, I like how we have all the like little red ties here. Again, the red thread of destiny. I feel that you both have kind of been looking at this connection differently. See how the Hanged Man's facing it? You've both been looking at this connection differently and seeing the situation differently. I feel both of you have been reflecting on how important this person has been to you, how important this relationship is or has been, how much it has changed you, how much you have changed since you've known each other. What an impact you have had on one another and how special and substantial that is. And I feel as if one of 2 things is happening. There's either a desire to turn your backs on this Page of Wands in reverse energy, right? And the Page of Wands in reverse is somebody who, like, they're not super stoked about anything. They kind of feel like they shouldn't have to do something. Because the Page of Wands upright, they're excited, they're enthusiastic, they're creative, they're like, that's why I always think it's Aries energy, right? They're like so excited about life. They just want to go charging into everything. And their journey through the wand suit is really about learning how to be a little bit disciplined when they start to run out of motivation, right? When they kind of like lose, they run out of steam here. And it's interesting because whenever I'm telling the story of the wand suit, I usually say the Page of Wands, just because like the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, they're all pretty quick succession and they're very positive energies, right? it's not till it starts to be like the Five of Wands where challenge starts to hit. That may have been where you guys fell apart before, right? So with the Page of Wands in reverse, this is something where when challenge hits, they're like, oh, I don't want that. I don't feel like doing that. Or that must, that's not for me. There's a little bit of like this like childlike illusion about what it truly means to get the things that they want out of life, right? They see a vision of what they want. They get excited about it. But what it actually means to do that, to win that over, to have that, to be that, it's like that's something they're not prepared for. They're not really looking at it in a mature way. And you may both have had this a little bit. So like, it'd be like I heard somebody recently on social media kind of talking about reframing something, and their example was like they'd always said that they wanted a wife and kids, and somebody stopped them and was like, nope, that's not what you want. The first thing you want to do is then think about what it takes to be a husband and father, right? And that's just like a small example, but there's something here where like it could be that you or this person have had moments where you had a vision of what you wanted, and it's like, oh, I want to have that, instead of like I want to be and embody the person that wants to, like that has that in their life, right? Some of you are like, I want to have a business, and it's like, well, no, I got to be a boss first, and then I'll be able to like do this, right? And so it's more been a journey of personal development. And again, with the Page of Wands reversed, it's like how to push through those difficult moments. And in the context of this relationship, it feels like it's about how to stay stable and how to do rupture and repair with this person. You both have had a shift in your perspective. I feel you both have grown. And I'm feeling called to clarify the Page of Wands with the card I pulled before. The Moon. Some of you have synastry between your Sun and Moon. Cancer's energy coming out here as well. It feels like there's it's like how to choose between, how to temper your fears, and how to choose between like your higher self. How to see something as like guidance from your higher self, and not like to be and to not be afraid of it. How to persist because intuitively you're drawn toward it instead of giving in to fear. And that may have been something where this connection failed before because both of you failed to do that. The Empress. There's so much that still can happen here. I gotta be honest. Somebody might need to apologize. The Page of Wands reversed, both of you could kind of be like, again, well, I'm not gonna reach out first. Well, I'm not gonna reach out first. Okay, children. She says to herself as well. It's okay, I got an Aries moon. I feel it sometimes. So let's get more details. What's happening with this death energy this month? The World. Something is wrapping up. I feel like you guys are going to be either back in contact, or something is concluding this month, so you can soon be back in contact. The Three of Wands. Somebody here is deciding that they miss their person. Yeah. Five of Wands here. And I was talking about this before with one of the other groups when this card came out. I love this version, right? This is usually a card of power struggle and chaos, and nobody knows what's going on. But in this one, everybody has their own wand, and he's running for this one. And it's lit up, and it's beautiful, and it's just for him. So yeah, there is struggle. Yeah, there's challenge. Yeah, you got to go after it. But you do it because that's your wand. That's meant for you. That's the divine made that for you. And again, that Four of Wands followed by the Five, it feels like somebody here is ready for the challenge. They may not have been up for it before. See how we have the coffee cup here? Somebody's like thinking about their future, and they're kind of like, okay, I failed at this before, right? We almost have this revving up again, the 3, the 4, and then there's the 5. I failed at this before, but I think I've learned enough that maybe this could go differently now. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's like a sense of like, I think I've learned enough. This could go differently now. Somebody's missing you terribly. I read the Queen as Leo, but she is feminine fire energy. So put yourself where you see yourself. There's a lot of fire all over this reading. We also have a decent amount of water. Yeah, this is somebody who you guys have never forgotten each other. With all the bulls in the background, there's Taurus energy as well, but like y'all are both stubborn as shit. You've never forgotten each other though. You've always held a candle or like held a torch for each other. I think you've been waiting for each other. And so it feels like this is going to be a month where there is the ending of one cycle. What's the world here? I was hoping, I was like, I kind of hope, we've got the page, I kind of hope the king comes out. Somebody here is finally ready, and it feels like it could honestly, it feels like it's both of you in some form or fashion. Somebody here may have been on a journey to really find themselves and like find their own passion. The other person may have been on a journey to kind of like take ownership and accountability over their life, really put themselves out there, be a leader, right? It feels like you both have been on this journey. And I feel as if the feminine energy individual here is attracting the masculine energy in, because the masculine's sitting there being kind of like, I'm ready for my next adventure. Who's gonna be with me for this? And when they think about the person that not only they want by their side, but the person who's a match for them. And you know, they're the king and queen of fire, meaning they're a match at the soul. This is what I mean. We saw that. Eternal love. Love is love is love. You guys are spiritually bonded. You're spiritually meant for each other. Oh, this is gooey as shit. And the Four of Wands is here, like, love is love is love. And keep in mind, you know, this might not end up being like a romantic way that this plays out in this lifetime. Who knows? Maybe it was romantic and it won't be this time around. Maybe it wasn't romantic and it takes that effect. Maybe it's a blend of both. Maybe it's meant to be your partner and your business partner. But you guys are meant to walk a huge portion of this lifetime together. And you can say no if you want to. You can delay saying yes to this love, and you might do that. They might do that. But there is going to be a push this month with this death energy that you guys can finally, something has finally concluded, and it will bring you two together if you want to.